They can, and you see the flag went up, and now it is down, and they are off in the men's lightweight 4.
Yeah, and so right now we'll see how Delaware gets off on the start. We've seen a lot of different techniques. I've loved that we've seen fast starts out of lane 6. We'll see if Iona can get a fast start. But as this race shapes up out of the start right now, it looks it's a little tough to see, but I think we're starting to see a little push from Fordham here.
Yeah, so Fordham and Delaware looking really good off the start here, not to mention Fairfield in lane 2 with a solid start. So, despite the disparity of times in the time trial, Delaware with a 7.5 second win in that time trial off the start here, it looks like Fordham is going right there with them.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Fordham rowing with that bucket rig there. We've seen a couple of those here in the final. That's 2 rowers rowing on the same side, done for various reasons by coaches. But right here, they seem to be getting the result, I think, that they want so far. Off the start, rowing really nicely, really doing a great job, staying long, getting that oar in the water at the catch. Maybe they could be a little bit longer, get a little bit quicker to the water. But what they're doing right now seems to be working.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Delaware lightweights out here today at the Dad Vail's. The lightweight program at Delaware, a little bit smaller than it's been in recent years, but always a really competitive lightweight program there from the Blue Hens. As is Fordham. Fordham always with some competitive lightweights, and you see that bearing out here as it looks like Fordham and Delaware are your leaders at the moment here in this men's lightweight 4 with Cox event.
Yeah, it's nice to see, it's always tough with the angle, but it's nice to see Iona out there from lane 6, really working hard to stay in this race.
Yeah, Iona looking pretty solid so far, just about even there with Mercyhurst in lane 5 and then Fairfield in lane 2, also there competing for the bronze at the moment.
Yeah, and if this continues, Fordham and Delaware will continue to push away from the rest of the group, leaving the race for bronze between the rest of the field. And but maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah, Fordham might have gone out a little bit too fast there, as you see Delaware start to make some distance between them, and it looks like Fairfield's making a nice run here out of lane 2.
Exactly. Fairfield putting the move on here, doing a great job of rowing, staying long, getting that oar in the water. And if they can stay consistent, like you said, maybe Fairfield did go out a little bit too fast. Hard to tell at this point. Lots of water left in this race.
Yeah, and 1,000 meters left to go now for our leaders, and let's call it Delaware now out in front. Fordham still maintaining that second. Looks like Fairfield from this angle in third. We don't know exactly what's going on out in lanes 5 and 6 with Mercyhurst and Iona. They had looked strong to start the race, so I imagine they're still right there with the Fairfield crew, but you see the Blue Hens from Delaware striking out into the lead at the moment.
Yeah, really doing a great job of holding on to their lead there, keeping their pace. I really like what Fairfield is doing as well, just staying consistent and staying cool and level-headed as they power through the middle part of this race. A lot of times you'll see crews, if they're out of it, not able to really regroup, and it's a real testament to both your training and your sort of mental conditioning when you can say, all right, we're not where we want to be. Let's do something and see the outcome be a positive change.
Yeah, so Delaware coming into the final stretches here of this race. Delaware looking really strong. Meanwhile, Fordham, hanging in there with them. And, if my eyes don't deceive me, I wonder if we haven't moved a camera to this angle here to get us a better view of the boats as they come through this third 500. This is a bit of a new angle for us.
Well, have your eyes deceived you before?
Often.
Well, here we go. It does look like Delaware is continuing to hold on to that lead, while we have Fairfield, staying in it. Fordham is really at this point looks like they're hanging in there, but not applying too much pressure. Delaware doesn't look too concerned right now.
Yeah, and Delaware looking really good here. And you see there, that was the 500-meter mark. So this is the same camera. I wonder if they just, changed something up on me, because we're getting a little bit more of a zoomed-in look of these crews as they hit the 250-meter mark.
Well, kudos to the camera crew, either way.
Yeah, definitely. Delaware there is going to hit the 250-meter mark just a little bit faster at the moment. Fordham hanging in there. We thought maybe they would have fallen off after Delaware kind of moved through them, but they're still hanging on. It's tough to say exactly what's going on outside of these two, but it should be a close race for second.
They've taken it seems like Fordham has definitely taken the rate up. You can see the coxswain right there. It's great. He turns his head. He's yelling, saying, "Hey, lads, I need a little bit more from you." And, it's really looks like there's a race on for that silver and bronze. Delaware here is sort of wrapping things up. They've brought the rhythm up. They've brought the rating up. Their coxswain is there yelling, saying, "Only a few more strokes, guys. Only a few more strokes." The quick little peek out of the boat there from bow seat, but you can see the power. It's so strong.
Yeah, and Delaware here is going to approach the line, and they're going to cross the line first. And there you see Delaware crossing the line, and Fordham crossing, I believe, in second. Did Fairfield cross yet? Unclear. Looks like we've got 5 there. Is Mercyhurst, lane 1, Gordon, and then Iona also just crossed. So.